Shalom, this is GMS South Holland coming back to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Before I start off, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there. They're spreading this word of sincerity and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. God, this is going to be a quick lesson concerning being sober and vigilant. Okay, I got some words on that. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeing whom he may devour. Okay, so this comes in many ways and forms, man. First, I'm going to, touch on the fact that you got to be sober and vigilant. Now, the word sober, okay, as we all know, goes into not being drunk, right? But the actual meaning over here is to be sharp, okay? To be alert, to not have your head in the clouds. You got to be well aware of the things that are going on around you, okay? And in many situations, Satan is just trying to mess you up, man. Okay, you got to be sober and vigilant enough to be aware of that. You got to be sober and vigilant to spot those traps, those snares and traps, so to speak. You understand? Be sober and vigilant, man. Let's look up the word sober in the Blue Letter Bible. Okay. It says, the Greek word naipho, it says,
Strong's G 3525. NAPHO.
Okay, it says to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. Okay, let's go into that word real quick, man, before we go on. Having the understanding of these words, man, like even in the New Testament, translating back to the Greek, okay, these words oftentimes go deeper than you think, man. Okay, and to get the full understanding of what the Apostle Paul was trying to tell his disciples in those days, the disciples of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, of course, in those days, okay, is very important, man, because it pertains also unto us, because we came in this truth as so-called Israelite foreigners, right? We came in this truth as Gentiles in the mind, okay? But now we departed from those ways, and now we have to turn back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai again. So a lot of these letters that Apostle Paul sent to the Israelite foreigners pertain unto us today. Okay? So this is circumspect. It says heedful of circumstances and potential consequences. So you got to be well aware, cautious, prudent, discreet. Okay, which being discreet goes into being able to judge, being able to see and understand. Okay, that's why the scripture also says, this, Sirach chapter 27, verse 12, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time and be continually among men of understanding. You understand? You got indiscreet people. For example, if you surround yourself with a bunch of women, your sister, your aunt, your mother, okay, your nieces, whatever you got going on, you sitting among the indiscreet. Females are oftentimes gossiping, talking about nonsense, not really aware of what's going on in the world, okay, not being able to judge. But when you amongst the discreet, you're amongst men of understanding, you're amongst men that know how to judge, know how to discern good and evil. Okay, you got to surround yourself with those type of people. Okay, that's also what it goes into being circumspect, man. So to go back, it goes from napho, which is the word sober. Okay, it goes into being discreet, being able to judge, being able to see and understand what's going on around you. Now, to give an example concerning that, think about how a dude at your job might be setting snares and traps to set you up, man. Okay, for you to lose your job. If you talking too much, if you are not alert, if you're not sober and vigilant, if you're not aware of what's going on around you, okay, Satan might set up the whole plan to get you to lose your job, man. Okay, because these are the things that are happening to us brothers in this truth, man. Okay, Satan is constantly trying to mess us up. He's constantly trying to afflict us. Okay, the Lord Yahweh, he allows him to do so because he wants you to be sober. He wants you to be circumspect. He wants you to be aware of what's happening around you. All right? He doesn't want you to have your head in the clouds. And sometimes something fucked up has to happen to you in order for you to get sharp, man. In order for you to, wake the hell up and realize what's actually going on, man. Okay? You got to be circumspect, man. You got to be alert. Let's see what it says in the NLT of this verse. Yeah, here. NLT, it says, stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy. The devil, he prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Okay, now the Lord Yahushua also said it concerning Apostle Peter, man. Okay, this is Luke 22:31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan had desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Okay, let's look this one up in the NLT. The Lord said, what? Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat. He wants to get rid of you. He wants you out of this truth. Okay? Now, what is able to separate us from the Lord? Okay, like the scripture says. I'm about to grab that. Let me finish this real quick. Verse 32. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Okay? So the Lord is praying for us. The Lord is keeping us strong. But you got to be sharp yourself, man. You got to sometimes, not sometimes, actually always, man. You got to see these things coming, man. You got to see these things coming. You got to see that Satan is setting up a trap. Now, in the beginning, when you just come into this truth, you're not gonna look at it as spiritual. You're gonna look at it as, oh yeah, this dude at my job, he's just fucked up. And the job is just an example, man. Okay, Satan wants to attack you in many ways, but just to keep it at that for now. You might be thinking carnally, okay, but there's a whole spiritual battle going on around there, man. Around the whole situation. And that's what you got to become aware of. That's what you got to become circumspect of. Okay? Sometimes we roll in the city after camp with younger brothers and they blasting the music out loud, yelling and screaming. Meanwhile, the people that see us standing at the camp, they already have something to say about us. And if you then also, put yourself in the spotlight outside of the camp, drinking too much, being drunk or whatever. Okay, I ain't saying that it's happening with us, but there are certain situations wherein the officers or the heads of the camp address younger brothers and behaving themselves decently, man. You don't want to make a show of yourself. We already are made a spectacle unto people. Okay, we're already a gazing stock. So, just be aware, man. Okay, people already know who we are. People already see us. So make sure that you walk, in a discreet manner. Okay? Like we just pulled up. Circumspect went into the word discreet. It says discreet, judicious in one's conduct of speech, careful, circumspect, prudent, modest, possessed of, exercising or showing prudence, self-restraint in speech and behavior. You see? So it's all scriptural, man. You got to be circumspect and self-restrained. You got to be, you got to have self-control over the way you talk and the way you treat others and the way you behave yourself in public. Okay? Because every occasion that you give Satan, he gonna grab it, man. He's gonna grab it. And you gotta be aware of that. That's what it really goes into, man. Being circumspect and being aware. Okay? What was that scripture I was gonna grab? Separate us. All right. So I just mentioned that the Lord said to Simon Peter, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat, right? Well, what does it say here? Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake, we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter, because Satan is on our necks, man. Satan is on our neck. What is going to separate us from the love of Yahweh? What is going to make us fall out of this truth, man? Satan is trying everything that he can, and every occasion that you give him, he gon' grab it, man. So, let me see. Concerning the women, 1 Timothy 5:14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Don't give an occasion to your enemy. Adversary goes into enemy, opposite party. Okay, now you might think like, why do you pertain that to Satan? Well, let's go to it. Let me see. Let's go to it. Satan had desired to have you, right? The word over here for Satan is Satanas. What does it say? Adversary. Okay? Adversary, man. One who opposes another in purpose or act. The name given to the evil prince of evil spirits, the adversary of the Most High and Yahweh Shai. All right? So Satan is our main adversary. Now, of course, we have adversaries. We have enemies. Okay, Esau being our number one adversary. The nation of Edom is our number one adversary. Okay? Now you got certain Jakes that are our adversaries, that are our enemies. They seek to hurt us. They seek to trap us. Okay, so concerning the younger women, they should not give Satan any occasion, or the adversary any occasion to speak reproachfully. So if you're acting a fool, if you're acting like a dumbass in the city, not watching your behavior, not being discreet, like it says, self-restraint in speech and behavior, if you're not well aware of that, Satan is going to use that because you gave him occasion to mess you up. Okay? You shouldn't give him occasion. Okay? Concerning Job, what was Satan trying to do? He was trying to look for an occasion to accuse Job, man. But Job didn't give him no occasion, because Satan wanted Job to curse out the Most High for jacking him up. But Job didn't do that. Job didn't do that. What did man? Salakia. I keep pressing the stop recording button. Job didn't do that. It says, Job chapter 2, verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. You see that? But Satan wanted Job to sin with his lips. Satan wanted Job to mess up, but he didn't. Okay, he stayed on point with whatever he said. He stayed on point. He was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna fold. His woman was even sent towards him. Okay, going back to that scripture in Romans chapter 8, what shall separate us from the love of the Most High? Yahweh Shai. Is it your woman talking down on you? Okay, trying to manipulate you into doing what she wants you to do, how she wants you to live. Okay, because demons be jumping on your wife too, man. Okay, or your girlfriend, your wife, whatever you got, man. Okay, little side piece. Demons might be jumping on you, man. Like, why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just, why you always have to have this Sabbath thing going on? Why you always have something like, what holy day is there now? You can't eat the whole day? What's going on now? Like that, right? I always got some yapping to do, because they are the weaker vessel, man. Satan uses them a lot to get under your skin, to get you messed up. Okay, but like the title of this lesson is, stay sharp, man. Don't let that come under your skin, man. Again, 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Okay, so we all going through this. Okay, knowing this, the same affliction, and you have to resist. You have to resist him steadfast. Resist. Artisteme.
Strong's G 436. Anthistemi. Anthistemi.
Okay, it says to set oneself against, to withstand. Resist, oppose, and we oppose Satan. We are the right-hand side, Satan is the left-hand side, to set against, okay? Resist. Whom resist steadfast, what does it mean to be steadfast concerning something? Stereos, okay, strong, firm, immovable, solid, hard, rigid. Okay, you gotta be firm, man, steadfast concerning it, immovable. Okay, you resisting, and that resisting don't stop. You always resist, you always oppose yourself against Satan. You never get weak for Satan and fold and be like, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Nah, man. Okay, keep your posture. Okay, what does it say here? Have self-restraint. Okay, be judicious. Look what it says. Discreet, careful to avoid social embarrassment or distress by keeping confidences secret. Tactful. You got to be tactical, man. You got to be aware of the enemy, man. Just like in the military, okay, you got to walk tactically, okay? Do not get spotted by the enemy. You got to do the same thing in this truth, man, because Satan wants to have you. Okay, our adversary is Esau, whoever is your adversary. Okay, it all is steered by the hand of Satan because you give him occasion. A situation pops up wherein you might make yourself vulnerable, acting a fool, not being discreet, not being circumspect, not being sober, not being vigilant. And vigilant is the most important thing, man. What does it go into? Vigilant. Gregorio.
Strong's G 1127. Gregareo. Gregareo.
Okay, it says to watch, give strict attention, to be cautious. Take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. Vigilant, man. Sharp, be sharp, man. Don't walk with your head in the clouds, man. Make sure you look around yourself, okay? And in your day-to-day life, your job, whatever you got going on, man, don't be acting a fool, man. Okay, learn to become a man in this truth. Okay, you got to become a man first before you can become a man of the Lord. The elder apostle Gabar always says, become a man. Learn to keep things for yourself. Don't be a busybody. Don't be gossiping. Don't be, pillow talking with your wife, talking about this brother, that brother, that brother. Now, fuck that, man. They ain't got nothing to do with the ministry, man. They ain't got nothing to do with what brothers got going on amongst each other, man. Because that's, again, an occasion you give to Satan to mess you up. Now the woman start talking. Yeah, I never liked this dude. He ain't good for you. This, that. Yeah? Well, you better be judicious yourself, man. You better be able to judge matters yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna get, manipulated by this snake tongue. And now all of a sudden you feel some type of way about a brother and you hold it for a long time. You keep watching him and stuff like that. Meanwhile, man, if a brother is offending you or if a brother does something that you don't like, you just talk to him and you just go to him. But that's not how females work. So what kind of advice is she able to give you, man? She ain't able to give you no advice, man, concerning, dealing with friends, dealing with brothers, man. Because females always be getting in fights, don't talk to each other for 5-6 years, just be by one stupid mistake. One or the other does. Don't be taking no advice from them, man. Only gonna mess yourself up with that. Okay, stay discreet, man. Be among brothers of understanding. Be among discreet brothers. They gonna tell you how to watch. They gonna tell you how to observe. They gonna tell you how to roll in the spirit. All right? So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to the elect.